come over here like so.
So these are the new ones?
No, they're all the old ones. I don't have the new tires yet. Look at the camera and say hi, because I'm recording. See how it's getting off there, so?
Yeah. What are these tires for? What do you take them off? The rubber?
Yep. If you look at the rubber, it's pretty rotted. These tires are really old, and some of them were already flat. Other ones had a lot of cracks in them. So come here, so. Come here, on this side. Good job. So this part of the tire sticks into a groove there, okay? So what I'm doing, yeah, I'm trying to push it up. So watch, though. Watch. See how it's pushing the tire down? Keep watching.
That's funny. Oh, it's even lifting up the cage.
I know. Here you go.
Yeah,
Grab those. There we go. See how it gets the tire off the rim so I can get like my toes underneath it? This is known as a pickle fork.
Good.
And you know how much I love pickles? So it goes like that.
That's a pickle fork?
No, this is just
That's
man, these are rotted tires.
What's that thing called?
This?
Yeah.
That's a pry bar. Yeah. See how it's half off?
Uh-huh.
Nice
Why should
one.
this fall off?
Well, it's a tight fit. But I'll do this right.
Did you ever get hit in the head with that?
Have I ever gotten what?
Have you ever got hit in the head with that?
With my pry bar? No, I have not. Which is good, because that would hurt a lot. Time to use cutting tools to get it off. It's going to take a while. I'm going to do the rest without you. See you later. Okay, finally finished. Just sawed them off. They were rotted crap anyway, so that's fine. Oh man, I'm out of breath. Sawzall takes a little bit of vibration and wipes me out. Alright. Weird mixture. Some of these are 205 65s. Others are, see on this one here, see if you can see, 165. This one here, 205 65. That one's a Touring MR2. Here we've got a Michelin XZX. That one is a 165 15. Here's a different 165 15 86T. These are the rims. Silver. Bottom, one next to the bottom. A lot of surface rust on this one, but I will pull the valve stem and the weights, grind all that stuff off, give it a little light thin coat of Permatex. Should be good. I'll be able to refurb these just fine. They all match. Got some paint stripper from Home Depot. Put it on there, get that stuff off, and then they'll look good. Alright guys, I'm done. Time for a smoothie or something. Check you later. Alright, today we're working on some refurbishing of the rims. These are pretty scratched up. They have some dents. A lot of damage. So I'm going to try to straighten these rims out, then we're going to strip them down. If we need to do any rust protection, we'll do that, and then eventually get some paint on them. Not today, but it'll be later in this episode. Alright, I'm going to have at it. I like to use a crescent wrench on the rim. Gives you good leverage, you can get a nice tight fit. Ideally, you can actually come in with a pair of them. If the dent is wide enough on the rim, come in with both. Do them both at about the same time. It'll never get perfect, but it does get you a lot closer. Here, let me bring you in for a closer look, see what I'm doing. Okay. So if you see this lip dent right there, pull back on both. Okay, that's looking alright. Let's swing over to this one. This one's got the most damage, and it's from curbage and whatnot. So this one might require a little bit more finesse or brute force, who knows. There we go. I think after this I'll use a little hammer and dolly. See how that goes. It's a little bit rough. Probably have to sand that smooth a little bit as well. Another small spot there. This one should be pretty quick and easy. Box cutter. The underside of the valve stem is all rubber. Cut it and go. No reason to use those over again. Now I'm going to get some pliers to remove these lead weights. Alright, there you have it. Moving on. Alright, on eBay a while back I bought a bunch of these little dollies to go do a little bit of body work on the Jeep. So I'm just trying to figure out which one. This has got a bit of a curve there, so that might do it. Alright, so the stuff I'm using to strip, Home Depot, Safer Paint Varnish Remover, begins work in 60 minutes, changes color when it's ready to remove, vapor seal, lock, blah 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 blah, whatever. So. So here's a close-up. You can sort of see what's happening. Starting to get checked, turning gray. It says gray pale green, but it's already silver paint, so it's exaggerated. There's some bubbling. More checking. So, alright. Well, it says I can let it sit for a while, which is good, because I'm going to go inside now and cool off and get ready for my son's lacrosse game. See you guys. Alright, so I got two options here to get the paint off. Brass, softer, wire brush on a drill, a little bit lower speed, variable speed, and then this monster. I'm going to start with this one to see how it goes. And if I really just need to get into the nooks and crannies, I have one of these. It's just a little brush. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to switch back and forth between the ones I need and have at it. Just to give you a sense of how easy it's coming off. just spotted something kind of cool. Volkswagen. Another one over here. So, anyway, genuine V-dub. Alright, so I still got some nicks on the edges. I'm going to sand those out later. I'm just going to move on to the next tire. You see, I've basically got just about everything off. It did slip through the holes. Like I had a file here from the valve stem, so it spilled there. I can just paint that black again, so that's not a big deal. This is the real dented up edge that I had to fix before, so I will sand that smooth so it doesn't rub against the tire. I think we'll be good to go. So, alright, I'm going to do the other 4 without you. See you guys. Well, it took a little longer than I thought to get them scrubbed down. I ended up using that little wire brush and a lot of water. The water really helps to keep the brush from getting gummed up, but I think they're going to work. Let them dry in the sun. It's hotter than heck again today, so that will get us some good results. Dry, maybe a little bit of surface rust, but I'm going to wipe them down with acetone before I actually paint them. So anyway, done for now. Alright, so scrubbed clean, and now they have been treated with that Permatex rust treatment. Really light coat. I didn't want it to build up, so you can still see, if you look close, some of the black paint underneath the steel, but all the surface rust that was developing as the water dried out in the sun is gone, and it just gives it a nice hard shell. I'll scrub it with a Scotch-Brite to give it a little bit of a key so that I can get some mechanical adhesion when I put on the primer, and then the final paint. But these are looking good. I also did the underneath part, so now this is the standard stuff, black, a little scraped up but fine. This one here, let me get from the other side, these two here were all rusty on the inside, obviously surface rust, and so now it's got a nice firm black coating, seals it up, gets rid of all the rust, and now I don't have to worry about anything on the inside of the rim. So 5 rims, all done. Happy guy. So next up, I will Scotch-Brite, prime, and paint, but that's tomorrow. It's time for a pizza party. See ya. This is that roughest section that I used the crescent wrench to bend out. It's got a lot of tiny little dents and nicks in it, and so I'm going to try to sand that a little bit smoother, make it look a little bit nicer. There are a few other niggling spots all around that I'll also get to, but I'm only going to show this one. Here's what I like to use. It is a flap disc on the grinder, but it is an old one, so it's basically the equivalent of a much less aggressive grit, so I don't have to worry about thinning this out too much. Just take a little bit of the rough edges off, make it look a little bit better, and see how it goes. Looking pretty good. Moving on. See if you guys can see that spot right there. Alright, here's some up-close looks at the repairs. Smooth those edges out with the flap disc. Overall, looking pretty good. See, here was one of the big areas. Looking at it from up top, the line kind of carries down a little better now than it did before, so that works. A little here, just kind of smoothed it out a little bit. These are going to work, I think. We're not looking for perfection, as always. Oop, get you guys some better light here. So now it's on to priming. Alright, primer's done. They're looking pretty good. I know that there are going to be blemishes. I'll point out a few that I've noticed already, just because that's how I do. So you see there a few areas where there are just going to be some nicks, some minor issues, but I'm looking for a refurbished. Good from far, far from good maybe, but they're obviously better than the crap silver that I started with. So, alright, a little bit of black enamel on the inside, and then onto the top coat. Round one done. Rust-Oleum gloss protective enamel in Regal Red. I like it. It matches the door cards that came with the Bug. I bought a bench seat to match that. I'm going to paint the glove box and the inserts on both sides of the speedometer the same red. It's just sort of the accent color. I'm going with the white. It's classic, it's simple, it looks good, and I'm happy with the results. Hope you guys are liking it. Round two done. Again, getting better and better. I'm liking it. I'll bring you guys in for a close-up. I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with that. Looks a little more orange on the camera. I don't know how it'll come out on the computer or for you guys, but good coverage, clean, smooth. And here's the amazing thing. This was maybe 5 coats. I lost track. It's at least 5, possibly 6 light coats. And I got that out of 1 can, which makes me think I overbought. So I'm gonna have plenty of touch-up paint in the future, which actually is fine by me. Don't want to have to worry about that. And yeah, seriously, quite happy with that. My only fear is chipping when they actually go to install the tires or put on the chrome dog dishes, but when it does get to that, I'll figure it out. So the rims are all finished, got the tires on them. These are Nanking Tour Sport 175/65 R15s. They are looking pretty good. I am quite happy with them. Not too snug with the 2.5 drop spindles. So I think that works. The only issue I had was my spare tire matches the back. I'd rather have an extra big one on the front if I had a front flat rather than a small one on the back if I had a flat back there. It, however, does not fit there. It does fit where it is right now with the hood closed, so that's where it's going to be. I will probably put in some hook strapped tie downs, and that will hold it in place. These are some fat boys, as you can obviously see. They are 205/65 R15s. Nice big bulge, but if I walk you to the back, you'll be able to see that they still fit plenty. So here it is with the hood closed. Ta-da! No big deal. Now back here, turn on the shop light. Snug, right flush, but nice and meaty. I like that. That's the look I was going for. So now all I got to do is get the car to start and run.